Yo, what's going on, my VVOGs, my Omi homies, my fellow master collectors, and everybody else on YouTube? It's your bromy, the Gale, back at it again with another VV video. So we just wrapped up the 12 days of VV. We had a great amount of drops, decent first appearances, and of course the Mickey Mouse drop, iconic drop in the NFT space. Congratulations to the team and everybody who scored on the drop. But in this video, I wanted to make a quick video just, going over a few of my favorite things about VV. So that's what I'm gonna do. Should be pretty quick and short and sweet. But anyway, that's what I'm gonna do. And without further ado, let's breeze into it. So first, one of my favorite things about VV is the all-star team that we have. The leaders of Ecomi, David Yu, Dan Crothers, Reese Skellern, Trevor, shout out to Alex Gonzalez, and everybody else in the background. Special shout out to Alfred Kahn. Without these people, Ecomi wouldn't be what it is. We wouldn't have this opportunity that we have, and the community wouldn't exist, and there's so little that we know about the history of what made Ecomi. I think we should all be thankful for, David and Dan, especially for fighting, for the NFT space as a whole. And, not just the company, but the NFT space as a whole. They were trailblazing years before, even, Gary Vee or any of us had any idea what an NFT was. And I think that's just amazing. I can't wait to hear the full story. It should definitely be a special on Netflix, and I just can't wait for everybody to hear even just a snippet of what I heard of how this company came to be. So the team is one of my favorite things about this whole ordeal. It just goes. If you know, right? Just look at their track record and see what they've done in the past, and it's obvious what they're doing now. And I'm just thankful and happy that we have these people on our side and leading this charge. So yes, the team is one of my favorite things about VV. Let's move on. Okay, so next up, one of my favorite things about VV is its awesome community. We truly have a one-of-a-kind community in the NFT and crypto space. Let's start off with these Twitter Spaces. Shout out to everybody who hosts the Twitter Spaces, the regulars, Lenny, Gammaverse, Propaganda, Blockchain Rick James, Orange Bag Lady, Crypto Khaki, everybody who hosts these spaces, man. Shout out to you guys. There's almost a space going on for VV every 24/7. They're talking about VV, they're talking about, whatever, life sometimes. It just feels like a family. Nobody's really hoarding information. Everybody's sharing what they know to help the community, become better investors and just overall, people. And, all these Redos, if you see a Redo in the Twitter space, it's probably a VV fam. I've never seen so many giveaways in my life in the crypto community. It feels like a family for real. Like, we get some bad apples, we get some people who kind of stray from the righteous path, so to speak, but it's just like a family. You got your few black sheep of the family who's always trying to stir trouble. So, but at the end of the day, we always come together to participate in these drops and just to try to, better our financial situation. That's why we come here in the first place, right? But yeah, this community is truly special, and that goes back to the leaders. If the leaders weren't as awesome as they were, I don't think we would have this same community. So shout out to the community. It's truly one of a kind, and I'm happy to be here so early. If you're not a part of the VV fam yet, I would consider hopping in these spaces and just take a look at what they're talking about. It is really it's really awesome what's happening here, and I hope this culture that we have built together can continue and spread across the NFT space as we grow bigger. So let us move on. Next up, I want to give a shout out to all of the YouTubers out there, all of the VV YouTubers. They are some of my favorite things about the Ecomi or the VV, whole VV system. We put in work, man. It's work. It takes time, and it takes It takes effort and it takes knowledge of your field to be able to produce content, valuable content, to help the community grow and learn, as well as to help promote the Ecomi company. I'm pretty sure, and even David Yu has said it himself, if it wasn't for us YouTubers out there spreading the word, for better or for worse, Ecomi definitely wouldn't be as big as it is now. And yeah, I mean, according to my specific analytics, it's true. This is an awesome YouTube community. I see a lot of collaborations on the daily, a lot of live streams. There's not too much animosity between YouTubers. We're always we're cross-promoting each other and, inviting each other onto each other's channels, and also referencing each other's in our videos. And this is a one-of-a-kind YouTube community as well. We are growing by the day, and it is very awesome to see, the growth in the what's the word? Camaraderie. That's the word I'm looking for. And yeah, I mean, shout out to the earlier YouTubers for trailblazing and creating a path for the rest to follow. And yeah, man, the YouTubers are some of my favorite part of this Veve thing. So let's move on. And next up, one of my favorite things about Veve is obviously the NFTs. This opportunity right here is tremendous. This is crazy what's happening on the Veve app. Let's take the Todd McFarlane Batman, for example. Yeah, these NFTs are changing lives here. So I paid, I paid 79.99 gems in March for this Todd McFarlane Batman, and it currently has a floor of 3,399 gems. That is a crazy return on investment right there. And this is just one of many examples. Let's go to the more recent ultra rare Mickey Mouse drop, right? So let's take a look. Some people paid $60 or 60 gems for this on the drop, and it currently has a floor of 4,799 gems. I personally paid 3,499 gems for this yesterday, and I'm still up 1,300 gems in profit. This is an extraordinary opportunity here on Veve, and these NFTs are definitely some of my favorite aspects of this app here. Yeah, I mean, people are changing their own lives. They're taking their own financial situation into their own hands by just being in the market, paying attention to the market, and just making smart moves. If you buy anything on retail, you're winning. You're in profit for the most part. These comics are a blessing as well. I mean, these comics are some of my favorite things to invest in. Every comic drop is a win. I don't think there's any comic that has dropped below retail since like the first few comics, but people have not been doing that anymore. Marvel Comics 1. Let's take a look at this one. So it currently has a floor of $183. It dropped for $7, and people were letting it go for $2 to $5 after the initial drop. And there were people who loaded up on these things. There's people who have hundreds, 50, 30, some have 1,000, I think, of this Marvel 1's comics, and it's nearly $200 per comic now. This opportunity is extraordinary. I cannot stress that enough. If you're not participating in comics, I don't know what to tell you, man. It's a no-brainer. So yes, these NFTs are some of my favorite things about Veve. This is why I initially joined, but everything else that I previously mentioned is, what keeps people around for the long haul. These NFTs are almost background, at this point, but who am I kidding? It's all about the NFTs really, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this is one of my favorite things about the Veve, obviously. And lastly, oddly enough, one of my favorite things about Veve is the drops, the infamous Veve drops. If you've been here from the start, the drops are the drops were rocky. It was really crazy back then. This is a million times better compared to how it used to be. These drops are very fun. It's a big dopamine hit. It's very exciting. You never know what you're gonna get on these drops. And these drops have recently been bringing families together. I've heard of multiple families who do these drops together. Wives, girlfriends, boyfriends, siblings, friends, everybody do these drops together in hopes of possibly changing their financial lives. You know, you hit that low mint or you hit that ultra rare, that secret rare. You know, you could change, you know, a couple of dollars to thousands in an instant. And these drops are going to be classics, because I don't know if you know or not, but they're going to be changing the drop system to like the queue, where basically you just join the drop and you wait, as opposed to the button showing up and you hitting it. So that's going to change in sometime in 2022, I think, Q1, first quarter. So you know, take advantage of these drops while you can and cherish the moment, because this won't always be the case. Yeah, we're going to be looking back and saying, hey, do you remember back when we used to be able to press the button and decide if we got a drop? So yeah, the drops are some of my favorite aspects of Veve. You know, it sucks when you don't hit anything, but the whole moment leading up to the drop, it's a whole event. You know, it's quite the occasion. You know, there's nothing quite like it. So, you know, shout out to the Veve drops, and hopefully, you know, I can score big on a few more items before they change the system up, and it'll be all good. So yeah, shout out to the Veve drops. And that's the video, my friends. If you made it this far, thank you for watching. If you learned something or enjoyed the content, feel free to drop a like on the video for your bromie, and consider subscribing for more Veve content like this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching a few of my favorite things on the Veve app. You know, if I didn't, you know, I couldn't name all the YouTubers. I know there's a whole lot more that I could have named, but I didn't. You know, I only had so much time, so do not take offense or anything like that. But yeah, there's so many things about the Veve community to fall in love with. You know, just pick and choose. You know, join and see what Veve's all about. If you're not already a part of this app, it will change your life in one way or another. And yeah, man, I guess that's all I got to say about that. So, I am not a financial advisor. Know this. I am no expert. I am just your friendly neighborhood genius, sharing his thoughts and opinions and documenting his journey on this lovely app known as Veve. So take everything that you hear with a grain of salt, because things could change. And with that being said, thank you again for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Until then, peace out and hodl strong. Enjoy the holidays with your friends and family or whoever, and later.